Okay, guys, we're here with some cool Ponza. The deck list. Here we go. We've got, the good old Blood Moons. We're only playing 9 Dorks in the Forest Sprawl for Arbor Elf and a Singleton Noble. I wanted to play some Ren and 6 and some Chandras. We got Fury, Bloodbraid Elf, Seasoned Pyro, both as Bone Crusher, all the usual suspects. Out of the board, we're playing the 4 full Relic Progenitors for Old Living End and some other, Grixis and Red-Black-esque decks that rely heavily on the graveyard. Chalice, Endurance, Singleton Magus if we need to bring in more moons, some Run Afoul for some Murktides, and Ancient Grudge. Stand looks pretty reasonable. We've got piece of card advantage, piece of disruption, 2 mana dorks. You're playing against this. This makes things a bit harder for me. Let's play Ignoble Hierarch, seeing it as we get to kind of double ramp here next turn. Them starting on a Gonjo cast is really good for me. The dream is they play Urza Saga here and they just can't play the game. This Gonjo cast start is actually incredibly good for us, making it so our Blood Moon actually is guaranteed to hit at least 1 land. Oh, oh baby, oh baby, they're letting us do it. Oh, no, don't have hammer here. So now we're just screwed if they've got hammer. Now we can't Blood Moon. Oh lordy, being on the draw in Modern, what a catastrophe. Okay, well, we've got to do this now. I would have been able to actually play my Blood Moon. Would have been in a very good spot, but now instead I have to do this, I believe. Ah, that's really annoying. Being on the draw in Modern. That's an itch in my head. Oh, next turn, we Blood Moon. Try to find some answers to this Quad Samurai. That's a big problem. That doesn't really do much. Let's block here. Ooh, that is interesting. Start with Blood Moon. Play this out. Pass the turn, I guess. As having a green blocker is much more important for us. Maybe able to win this game, but it's definitely going to be a bit sketchy at this point. Actually cast this too. Actually have to cast this Fury with Ignoble. Sucks. So I have to chump with the Fury, unfortunately. It's not what I wanted to do. Sucks is they gotta keep the Ornithopter alive here. So they get to Luris next turn. It's not the end of the world. I did have to deal with that Giver Runes, I think. The joys of being on the draw in Modern. We run the play, we get a Blood Moon them before they get to do anything. Since we're on the draw, we don't really get to do anything. Need to hit something with this Bloodbraid Elf. Also, I'm going to most likely be dying. Need to find something to deal with this, hopefully. Bone Crusher Giant would be my preferred. First. I got Bloodbraid Elf. Not so bad. That is a blocker. I can attack here, I believe, safely. Actually, if I attack with that and they block with Polaris, I block here. That's not the end of the world, actually. I'd rather get in some damage while I can. I'll find what they've given me. So we can. But yeah, Giver, it's fine. We have a blocker at least for right now. Not a bad play by them. Up 1 damage, but down 3 life. Not the best exchange for me. Although that was one of my best possible draws, if not the best possible draw. We'll appreciate that. Shoot this for 2. That was we call a good draw step. Yeah, I don't like that. I didn't make my bed, but I like deep cleaned my room yesterday. It took me like 4 or 5 hours about. Cleaned up all my magic cards. Cleaned up like basically 3 to 4 years of just me putting stuff in like random places. Like when did Aether Revolt come out? Because that is the oldest things that I found. So in 2017, I found Aether Revolt commons, like and like half a sleeved draft deck from Aether Revolt. So that is how far back things go. To give you some perspective on how long it took me to clean my room. That was the build up. Did you make a comeback here? No, I told you like I think we were in a good spot. I mean, not a great spot, but a spot that we can like actually win from. Before unexpected. I don't think it's that unexpected. Like I said, our Bloodbraid Elf had to hit something, and it actually hit something. I want to take out something so I can get with Clothis. Or almost to the point where we can just alpha attack and kill them. That's what really helps. I mean, yeah, for sure. I'm not finding tutor definitely helps us, but like they have I guess they had like 11-ish outs for a bit. Now it's a lot less. But like 11 outs compared to like a 40 like 7 card deck for a couple turns is favorable for us, I believe. Kind of flooding out here, but hopefully we can find guess we enjoy it. I thought I would enjoy it, plus I don't think it's that bad. If we tag with all, we only deal 2 damage, and then we get like down the backswing, so I'm not gonna attack. But I think Blood Moon is good right now. That's fine. Because they have to pro red, and then I still have a green blocker. And I can probably just kill them on the swing back. As McDonald's lettuce dog. It's because it's chiffonade lettuce. All chiffonade lettuce is bad when you put any sort of sauce on it. But I also think chiffonade lettuce is just awful. Chif Like, just look up chiffonade lettuce, and it just sucks. They didn't have Shadow Spear. I mean, they had Shadow Spear before they would have used it as well. But now I believe they're just dead on board. We put them down to 5, put them down to 4. They block 2 things. They're just dead. I mean, we drew dead for a couple turns there too. It's not like we were drawing super live as well. Oh no no no! Ooh. I thought I accidentally put this below the threshold. That would have been disastrous. I mean, it actually wouldn't have been disastrous. They're still dead, but it would have felt bad that I made a misplay. I thought for a second I did. Nice hand, bud. You're eventually gonna draw us using Pyromancer. I think Chalice on the play is good, but I don't think on the draw it's good. I don't want that many Blood Moon effects. I still want some, but I don't think I want to add Blood Moon effects, but I think I want to. Run afoul does not seem like the card to do with Ornithopters around. Now, what do we not want? Chandra is a bit too slow. Dave A. Clothis. I want them to block. Chiffonade. What's my last card that I want to cut? I don't really want to cut one of these, but I could, seeing as I'm playing like a slower game. Yeah, let's do this. It's possible I want as many Blood Moons as possible because it's just like a clear answer to because it's a clear answer to Urza Saga. When I can use my Ancient Grudges much more aggressively on like the other things. I think I'm supposed to keep this hand. Has ramp, has a pitch fury if need be, and has like multiple basically has multiple removal spells ramp. I'm only into 5, which is great for me. Aerodynamic. Okay, so the story behind this haircut is the regular place I get a haircut shut down because they didn't have enough employees and they moved them to their like other locations. And then I had to go to a different haircut place. And I had to tell them like, how I usually get my haircut. And I told them, okay, whatever is the regular guard, um, what's it called? What was I gonna say? How come I'm blanking on it? Just do this. I'm gonna have Fury to like take down the rest of the board. For that, and I can Blood Red Elf next turn and feel pretty good. Blood Red Elf plus 1 Crusher Die here, actually. That is spicy, but too spicy for me because I lose my ability to ramp at all. It's Blood Red Elf. We'll cast this. I think I'm gonna ditch the Blood Moon plus the Fury. This. Go get a hammer. I think I'm just supposed to leave up Lightning Bolt here. Like, play it safe. Because I'm, like, pretty far ahead at the moment. And I'd rather just not die to, like, some random Garbo. So, okay, back to why my haircut happened. So I went there and said, okay. So when they straight razor me, you can do it with there's some amount of guard that you're supposed to do it with. I told them, okay, do it. How they told me to do it was 1/8 of an inch. They're like, what does that mean? Like, okay, they said if they did it any lower, they would have no guard on the haircut. So put whatever the guard is on there before like the no guard for giving me like a shade. And then they said, okay. And then what instead they did was they just did no guard. And they kind of didn't have me facing the not the cannon, the mirror. So I like couldn't see that they did that until much later. It was kind of sad because they gave me the I like it cut G haircut. Not quite what I was looking for. I'm playing around like Wow, there's just no attacks. Or no blocks, I mean. That's kind of crazy. Not sure if I might be able to tag two creatures. You are completely right. I don't know why I didn't see that. Not sure why I didn't see that. They messed up here, which is very nice for me. If they would have played Hammer first, then I would have been screwed. You were 100% right, KO Diamonds. That was definitely a misplay on my part. I will snap off a block. My Fury. I can't really. I messed up there, and that's going to cost me a lot, I think, in the end. It cost me a lot here in the end. They draw another Pure Steel Paladin, I die. They did not draw another Pure Steel Paladin, so I probably live. If I live, I mean, I probably think I have an attack with all to kill, but we'll see. If I don't attack with all, I'm probably dead. Let's see. Let's say they block like here, here. So they block here, here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They gain 5. And they block here. Yeah, so I just have attack ball, I believe. They have to block here, here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They gain 5. Okay, handful. Needed to block last turn. And they gain 1 less life here, so that's even better for me. I unfortunately messed up on the turn with the Fury. If I didn't mess up, and then it would have been a lot easier for me, but like I wouldn't have had to fade a draw step there. Also, if they would have not messed up with the Pierce Steel Paladin, I would have lost as well. If they would have played Colossus Hammer first, then play Pure Steel Paladin, and then I have no way to interact before they equip the Colossus Hammer. If they equip the Colossus Hammer to like the Memnite, I have to shoot the Memnite, then they get to put Colossus Hammer plus Shadow Spear. I guess they could just put Colossus Hammer on Memnite. I don't have to shoot it, I have to shoot the Pure Steel Paladin. Because then they get the turn with the Shadow Spear. Plus the Colossus Hammer on something. So I have to shoot the Pure Steel Paladin to be able to draw Ancient Grudge or some way to destroy an artifact. So Ancient Grudge, Engineer Explosives, maybe Fury plus something else to maybe get me there. Um, but yep, they messed up, and so we both messed up, but I ended up prevailing in the end. But hopefully, I can do the same in the next match. We're back for round 2. We have no lands in our hand. We have some lands, but no ramp. I think I have to mulligan this hand. Well, that kind of sucks, but we'll make do. Make do. This is a little Dominic Harvey we were playing against. Uh, Basketball is actually a Canadian sport. Huh. Catch your try. If they're playing what I think they're playing, if we draw Blood Moon, we are going to be in a good spot in this match. We need to draw Blood Moon. I believe they are on the 4-color Scape Shift deck, so Blood Moon is going to be in prime standing in this. And we got another Magus on the board as well, so nice. Got a basic island, which is unfortunate for us. It's not bad. Mountain. I actually don't think I want. Maybe I do want Fury. I don't think. I think I'd rather just have tokens to like make things get going. Have the Fury in my hand. I think. Maybe. No, I think I'm gonna keep the Fury. I think I'm gonna keep the Fury. Plus, again, we actually have something to do with our Ren 6 ultimate. Pro tip to take this deck to the next level. Cut the random planeswalkers for cards I have listed sideboard. I don't actually think that's true, necessarily. Because you have to cut Bloodbraid Elf, which is one of like the best cards to like gain advantage. And you have to cut like Ren 6, which just like solos some games. You also have to cut like Chandra, which sometimes also solos some games. It's play a good deck, but I want to play a fun deck. White, blue, nice. That is very annoying. That is super, super annoying. That ice actually like owns me. Like almost would never own me except for in exactly this spot. Highly unfortunate. We are close to a Ren 6 ultimate, which is not actually that bad, seeing as we have Lightning Bolt and multiple lands. Actually, not that bad of a spot, I think. Assume this is Bring to Light, which, if they're just getting Valky, they actually just have a clean answer too, so not too worried about that as well. Like, if they have plus Ren 6, that's pretty good. Pretty good hits for them. Pretty good hits. Yeah, no, I think I want to do this still. I didn't play a fetch land, that was really bad. That was pretty bad to not play a fetch land there. That one's on me, playing a bit too quickly. Docking. Wow. Predict. That sucks. Yeah, yeah. I know they only play one verdict, so pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. It's not bad. I'll take a Blood Moon. I'll take a Blood Moon. Yes, I see that 406 culture. 406 is. I feel like I should know who you are. I feel like you were or were a prominent grinder on Magic Online, but I can't remember quite what your name was there. I can't remember. It was. I think you played like Amulet Titan, but also played a bunch of other different decks. But maybe I'm wrong. Find something good here. Bad draw. I'm gonna stomp here. Attack both at him. Fire, I assume. Hmm. It's gonna deal more damage a lot of the time, so. Yep, Bone Crusher here. Like, this is why Oh, yeah, on that. Okay, that's a problem. That is a big problem, especially with, red and six. Hopefully I can find Fury off the top or something. Not bad. We'll tear them play out both his cycle. They have Lightning Bolt in their hand. So they have Ketchut, or yeah, Ketchut Charm in their hand as well. Just gonna let this go. Here. Land. Master. No way to deal with my board, please. It's like they have a way to deal with my board, unfortunately, because they can Somatic into the Blood Moon now, and probably go for Bring to Light. Oh, I'm gonna make them go through it because depending on how many mountains they have left in their deck. White, red. White, red, red. What is happening here? What are they trying to cast? Very, very confused here. Very, very confused here. Huh. They do have Prismatic in it. That almost surely means they don't have Bring to Light. At least it seems like they don't. It's very kind of green, blue. Stride of the Elysian Grove. That is problematic. That is very, very problematic. Yeah, yeah, they just have a fetch land. I'm very confused about what they were thinking about if they just had like another land here. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna see if they have something to fetch. I assume they do, but go through it. I really have like no idea what they were thinking about, unless they drew the second Valakut off the top. So that's very confusing why they took so long. Apparently they didn't. They said they didn't have Dryad in hand, so since what do I want here? Do I even want like anything besides the Magus of the Moon? Not sure. Like the rest of these cards don't really do anything. It's yeah, just flying. I think I'm just gonna cut a lightning bolt here. Turn stops around. Yeah, I mean, I think that was like, I mean, we mulliganed to five that game. We also just kind of whiffed on a couple different things. It was like a problem. Snapping this one off. Snapping off the blood moons. Oh yeah. Snapping these bad boys off. Forest. Starbrill. Hopefully they just have like tap Triland. Don't do anything. I Bolton deck? Okay. Wasn't sure that they had bolts. Ren 6 here would be pretty poopy for me, but what can you do? Like Forest Ren 6 here. What can you do? They had the goods. Let's see if they have final goods here. Deal with everything. So let's play this out. Start beating down. I think I'm supposed to attack Ren here. Maybe wrong about that though. Obviously, Force of Vigor makes it so this play is worse, but we end up drawing another Blood Moon. That makes it better. It's kind of why I like doing it. Although we could hold the Blood Moon to play around like a Dryad of the Elysian Groves. It's also somewhat a problem, so there's lots of different things we can play against. But my professional gamer. I don't know if I would call myself that. I'm a gamer. Say Moon. I did say Moon was good in the matchup. You have specific answers to get me here. See if they have an Ear of the Gods. They got an Ear of the Gods. Okay. That is potentially problematic. Wait, why are they? Okay, yeah, they can't tap for anything. That's what I thought. Back them both here. You're dead. Blood Moon good against deck that tries to use 4 to 5 colors of mana. Who would have thought? Okay. Well, let's run it back. I blocked the 4/3, not the 3/3 double striker. It's a good question. I thought they. I actually don't know why. I mean, it didn't matter in that spot, whichever one they blocked. And my hope was that I was just going to like show them that, make it a little bit better. Hmm. No Blood Moon. Our Ren 6 kind of sucks here. Should I add in the Blood Moon? Sand looks a lot better. And obviously has a couple different problems with it. In that Ren 6 or like removes while my Arbel really, really hurts. But besides that, I really like my hand. Oh, let's see my Arbels die. My Arbel stays alive, it'll be like, I don't know, it'll be insane. The Ren and 6 is obviously the worst case scenario, which they're playing 4 of, so it's, not that unlikely to happen. Ooh, that's good for me. Well, yeah, not surprised. Not surprised in the least. Unfortunately, they had the Explorer into Bolt, so now they can, like, Omnath here. Yeah, that sucks a lot, but not much I can do about it. Unfortunately, their hand was very, very good. I had the way to deal with my ramp while also ramping on the second turn, and then I had Omnath to go with it. So it's an uphill battle for us right now. Still possible to win. Still possible to win, however uphill the battle may be. Let's go with both this year. I think it gives us the chance to play a longer game, which we need to be playing anyways to basically win this game. Sucks. If we had Utopia Sprawl, obviously this game is like incredibly easy to win, but they're also only on Forest. That's the only basic, so unless they don't Dryad, they're still in a pretty bad spot. Guess I can do this. Red and then kill off this. It's actually pretty big for me. Ups their life gain as much. They probably have an answer to Chandru, but I need to use it that way, I think. Well, they don't. Okay. Guess it just hard stuck. Huh. Okay. I think I need to put some stuff onto the board here. Use my Pyromancer. Put some lands. Now we get to play like multiple spells a turn. Hopefully. Like the risk of not playing out a Blood Moon there. Go for a land again. Now we can play both of our moons. And get Clothis active. I'm bold. Thank you for telling me. This is like the worst case scenario for doing this, in which they kill my Magus the Moon. That I lost some damage out in that exchange. Need to draw something. Technically drew something. Even though that something was not what I was looking to draw. They are on a clock here, a reasonable clock. It's Dryad. I got the Dryad finally. Assume this is Dryad. There's Dryad. That is the problem card for me for playing out the second Blood Moon. Decided to play around other cards rather than Dryad. Decided to try and push advantage with this, which ended up hurting me in the end. Very sick. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. That's what I call a good one to draw. I assume they don't have another Dryad in hand. And this basic island shouldn't change much, to my knowledge. You're supposed to attack this because it makes it so their land drops don't gain them extra life. And we deal a lot of damage. This is like, these games are like so bad because it's all just dependent around like Blood Moons. I gotta do something here. basic plans off the top is big game for them. Okay. I attack with all, and they block here. They take 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I get to attack all here. Have to block Fury. Okay, let's see it. Wow. Blood Moon's sometimes OP. Sometimes Blood Moon good against the 4-color deck. What a weird game. What a weird match. All around, it's just Blood Moon. Like, I kind of floundered after my Blood Moon, but they had these like cards that kind of work together. They explore into Lightning Bolt to this. It's all just my. Luckily, the Blood Moon just lined up perfectly. Didn't have a way to get plans really. Sometimes lucky, boys. We're 2-0 now. Looking like Blood Moon doing some work. Hopefully, we can continue our streak and get a nice little 4-0 starting the next match. See you guys there. Okay, we're back for round 3. My hand looks pretty reasonable as I have Utopia Sprawl into 3-drop. Even another Utopia Sprawl to guarantee my 4th mana source. Even if they have discard, seeing as they're on Luris, which also could just be Hammer Time. Pretty reasonable spot. Probably not Hammer Time at this point. Definitely gonna slam Clothis here. Trying to think if they have anything to punish this. I don't think so. Need to put in all the sprawls in one land. I guess they're playing around Blood Moon. This is good for me because I don't actually have Blood Moon in my hand. Gonna make their mana more awkward. The to my hand 56. Oh, hand is bad. Plus, though. I have so much like stuff to do with my mana that I'm fine just using a stomp there. Also, just like low on life. They're going down to 7. They're gonna be taking another 2, like another 4 next turn. They're heavily playing around Blood Moon, so I think I can take out the moons here. Make them play around them still. Don't think I want to bring in the chalices still. He could be fun, but I don't think I want it. I don't think I want it. Durance could be good as well. Could cut some amount of these 1-drops. I see that being reasonable, just cutting some. The easy to interact with ramp. Just trying to be like, maybe a little bit clunky, but, Fury will hopefully, short up the clunkiness for me. You have to open this hand. Just too light on the mana. You have to mulligan this too. think I'm supposed to ditch the Arbor. Try to play towards them, just like having bad rule spell hand. Fortunately, we almost always lose our relic here. Want to try another relic if possible up top. Not. Ooh, that is a nice draw step. It's a nice draw step. Just gonna go get Forest right now to play around like potential Kolion's command. I think I'm gonna crack this just trying to hit a third land or close this. Like my hands are so bad right now if I don't hit a third land. Did not hit a third land. A land drop. There we go. There we go. I have like no real way to deal with this. Would have been able to get it down last year and not have our real finish. And it would have been a lot better. And it's just doing nothing. This is just so good for us. Take their land first. Alright, Bloodbraid, I'll do something good because I don't really want to Season Pyromancer away. These cards that are just really good for me. Just gonna play it out as a creature. He's out on a little bit of damage, but it's not the end of the world. Probably have 2 removal spells that we get them out of their hand. Yuck. That is pretty disgusting. But I'm glad we didn't close this. That could snap Cast Major Bonus. Here, unfortunately. Oof. Got a lot of value going. A lot of value. Give this Clothis, which hopefully will, take us home. Need to dodge like a travel walk. Oh, okay, well, want to dodge that too. Fortunate that we discarded the Fury. Yeah, there. Not great for us right now. Not great for us how this is playing out. Why did I choose this deck for this competition? I think this deck, I think Blood Moon's good. Right now against a good chunk of decks. Also like playing this deck. So I want to play it. Play, so my closest can't beat it. Not a bad draw. Unlock. Counterspell. Wow. Playing counterspell, so that's good to know. Thing is, we need to find like an answer to this Luris pretty badly. Whoa. My entire like live stream just flickered, at least for me. I'm not sure if it flickered for you guys. Not sure if it flickered for you guys at all. It's possible. Hopefully this resolves. It's not. Did my best. We draw 2 cards every single turn, but the closest does keep us, in parity life totals to an extent. I'm not gonna attempt to block the Lyris because they almost surely have like a good remove spell for it. Rain away. So we can do that though. I'm gonna go for it though, so I can at least eat the E out of the yard. Counter spell, please. Thank you. Third Kolagon's command, please. Love of God, don't have it. It's fine. Oh no, they get to do it still. I knew they had Snapcast Mage. I miscounted it for some reason. We're dead at that. Yeah. I don't think I'll have Palace. I think that was more of a symptom of us mulliganing to 5 and then just having a lot of 2-for-1s while we mulligan to 5. Our 2-for-1s like really get to execute on what we wanted to do. This feels like they have a lot of basics. Like they showed me at least like 4 basics of Swamp Sand Islands. It's hard to like make it good versus them. I feel like we have the potential to play like a grindy game versus them. Could be wrong though. Could be completely wrong. What would you cut? Just cut like Arbor Elves? You see just cutting Arbor Elves with Plant Moons instead. We're just like complete clunker. Let me try it though on the play. See if we can good. Necessarily sure clunkiness matters all that much though against them. Yeah. I mean, obviously when we have the Utopia Sprawl in the opener, our deck looks great, so I just get a Blood Moon them though. Like this is obviously a spot where Blood Moon's like absurd, so if they don't have a discard spell, we just go dunk them. They've got blue and red, but they don't have black mana, at least not yet. Enchantments that are very, very hard for them to deal with. Dress down, wow. Swamp Crooks here would be nasty. I'm gonna do this. Do green. I can do this for green. And then play Blipper Elf. Your dress down would be brutal, where it's like dress down somehow kill your Pothos. But it does not look like that's what they have, so. If they just want to Snapcaster Mage here, I'm fine with that. It's not surprising. Just gets it out of the way so I can now do this. This attack for 7, and this game's essentially over at this point. Maybe Moon's better than I thought it was. Maybe it's an on the play card versus on the draw being bad. Obviously, we kind of just had like the nuts of being able, like Utopia Sprawl, they didn't have any discard. We just kind of own them. Yeah, Blood Moon looks pretty good when your opponent just like can't really do anything. And being on the play with Utopia Sprawl is pretty good as well. We're 3-0. Let's try and get that 4-0. Get our QPs that we need for the weekend. See you guys there. Okay, we're back for round 4, trying to get our 4-0, get all our qualifier points we need for the weekend. Let's try our best. That is reasonable. Where did my hair go? Out of here. That's where it went. Out of here. That's where it went. These discards. Yeah. 0 drop is good for us. But I gotta snag something with a Blood Moon next turn. Nice. The Saber's Gift. Don't play a creature? Word of Pod. That's interesting. Did not expect to see that. I have to do this. Make sure I don't just like die. To an Echelon Nexus next turn. Right, okay. There's hammer on it. It's fine. Okay. Oh, they can shoot that. Oh my god, that's actually so bad for me. So bad for me. They have another hammer, I'm dead. I'm kind of dead to another hammer. Anyways, I think I need to do this, try and hit land so that I can see some Pyromancer. That Mortar Pod got me good. Mortar Pod got me good. Okay. He did. Wow. Being on the draw, once again, hurting a lot in this matchup. Luckily, we got a lot of cards for it. Got a lot of good cards for this matchup. Or something like this. I play Hammer. I have played Hammer. I enjoy it. But I've not played it for a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully some ancient grudges. I'm gonna keep this hand. Probably lose a bit. Hoping that Chalicer will do some work. Oh, looks like maybe it did something. Noble good. I think it's fine. You want to draw 3 drop of some sort. That is discouraging. Very concerning. Dropping them. Hope is that they just have a lot of zeros in their hand. However unlikely that may be. Scary. Very, very scary. Instead, draw something here. Myself out of this one. I thought about just furying this down because of this exact scenario, but I declined. I mean, we're dead to remove a spell or a Shadow Spear. Yeah, maybe just a really bad keep. I mean, I did say it was a really risky keep, and hoping that just Chalice Zero is good. We're obviously dead if they just like have any way to Shadow Spear kills us. I think I want to just play out a Fury here because it's the most like expensive card and it doesn't allow us to like double spell with it very much at all. I just need to dodge any way to get Shadow Spears still. It's not good. Just not good for me. You draw Ancient Grudge, bad. That or like Seasoned Pyromancer, basically. Walker, you're also dead. Give me Ancient Grudge. That does nothing. I need to dodge like so much. You have 2 chalices. 0 drops. I could be convinced of that. I don't want to bring it as a Chalice 1 though, I want to bring it as a Chalice 0. Space and Red Bull, I don't know about that. I mean, obviously we're dead to a hammer, like a Shadow Spear or anything like that still. So, not too worried. Just need to draw Ancient Grudge, Seasoned Pyromancer, something to like get us going. That's funny. 1, 2, 3. Hmm. I think. How long has Hammer been playing the boots? I mean, Crusher Bot plays basically however he wants to with this deck. He puts in a lot of like experimental cards, unlike most other people. Fortunately, I kept I think, probably a very bad hand and got incredibly punished for it. And maybe I wasn't supposed to Chalice Zero, seeing as my hand actually was. Well, kind of deserved to lose. Hmm. Sure, like what they're thinking about, since like it's free to quit. They're attacking Ren 6 again. That's really good for me. Fifth again. I want to keep this in my hand in case I draw Season Pyromancer. Need to draw something relevant. And they've had a lot of draw steps to draw something relevant. Don't think I can play Chalice one here, unfortunately. That does beat me. Hmm. Yeah, unfortunately, I kept probably an awful hand, and it definitely did not play out. Drew like one, two, three, four. I guess we drew five spells. They just weren't the spells that mattered at all. Spells just did not matter at all versus them. Fortunately, it is a loss here. Well, watching this on YouTube and you liked the video at all, like me getting crushed in the final round by keeping a bad hand in game two, make sure to give me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitch and Twitter in the description below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.